Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is episode 31. My name is Geoff Ramsey. With me, as always, Eric Padur, Andrew Panton, Nick Schwartz, Gavin Free in no particular order. Hello, boys. Did everybody have a happy Thanksgiving?
Yes.
It was a day.
All right.
Well, I don't have. It wasn't my Thanksgiving. It was a
Right,
day.
sure.
Yeah. It
Did
existed.
you have how was your last Thursday, Andrew?
It was good. I had a lot of barbecue. I bought barbecue. I ate a bunch of barbecue.
Is that because it was other people's Thanksgiving, or you just fancied it for a
Yeah,
Thursday?
typically, I don't do turkey on Canadian Thanksgiving, then do one on American because that's when I end up having time off. And I decided, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of barbecue instead. To skip the turkey entirely. And it was a good decision.
You get turkey in barbecue.
That's true, but I didn't.
I got a story about skipping turkey.
Oh, I'm excited. We have a lot of homework to do as well on this episode.
Yeah, what was we had homework. Was it signs or potatoes? I can't remember. Both.
I believe it was signs and trail mix.
Yeah. What was the trail mix? I made signs.
Yeah, signs.
I made signs and
Because the calendar invite said sign homework, but it didn't say trail mix homework.
I thought it was supposed to be potato homework. I thought we were supposed to be inventing new potato meals.
I don't remember anything other than the sign homework.
Well, I did it all.
Way to go, man.
Yeah, fucking sucking up to the teacher. I did it.
There was different homework.
So, can I tell you guys 3 stories real fast?
of course.
Of the 3 stories that I guess would encapsulate my holiday. The first 2 are fun. The third one's a little longer. So, Gav, I don't know if you remember, but a couple weeks ago, I was talking to you about how I remembered this turkey we used to order around Thanksgiving and Christmas at Rooster Teeth that we would ship out. It was like a smoked turkey that we would give out to our clients and to the friends of the company as like our Christmas gift. It was called a Greenberg smoked turkey. And I got to thinking about it, and I couldn't remember what it was called, so I asked Bernie, and he told me. And then I thought, I'm going to be the fucking coolest dude at Thanksgiving, because my family and Emily's family and some of our friends, we were all meeting in Branson, Missouri. It's kind of equidistant from where everybody was coming from their homes. And then we rented a big house and went to Silver Dollar City and had a Branson Thanksgiving, right? I thought, I'm going to be the fucking coolest dude in town, because I'm going to buy one of these smoked turkeys and I'm going to bring it with me on the road trip because we're driving up. And so well in advance, I ordered a 17-pound smoked turkey, which is fucking huge. But I knew there was going to be like 15 people there, right?
This isn't a surprise turkey, right?
I mean, it would have been a surprise for all of them. It was Emily and I knew about it. Anyway, I said for it to arrive the day before we left. It arrived, smelled amazing. The instructions say just to keep it refrigerated and it'll keep for 7 to 10 days. So perfect. We had this like refrigerated bag we stuck it in with a bunch of like, little like gels and stuff to keep it cool. Threw it in the back of the car, took off on the road trip, decided to break the road trip into 2 days because we just weren't sure how Albert would do on the road because we took him with us. And so we stayed in Tulsa for the night, rented a hotel, very eventful hotel for Geoff, rented a hotel, like a DoubleTree that had a full-size fridge in it, so that we could store the turkey, right? So we got to the hotel, shoved the turkey in the fridge, looking good, smelling better. Everything is great. At some point in the evening, I'm not feeling well. I'll get into that in a minute. That's the third story. And I lay down. I get naked. I feel bad. I get naked. I get like I'm the sick. When I'm sick, I get naked. Like I don't know what it is, but when I don't feel well, I get rid of. It's the only time I ever want to be naked is in a shower or when I'm sick in bed. Usually I sleep in pajamas or underwear or whatever. And so I'm totally naked and I'm just like clutching myself in a fetal position in the bed, kind of whining and feeling sorry for myself. And Emily goes to take a shower, because we've been driving all day. And she asks me to order an additional blanket for the bed because the hotel blanket's really thin and it's never enough. And so I order a blanket and she was like, hey, I'm going to hop in the shower. If it comes, will you get the front door? And I'm like, yeah, no worries, man. And so I'm laying in bed and sure enough, somebody knocks on the door while she's in the shower. And so I jump up to get it. And the only thing I see is her bathrobe. So I throw her bathrobe around me, a woman's bathrobe. And I open up the door and the guy hands me the thing and I'm like, no problem. And as I'm pulling the blanket in, he turns around and leave. Albert shoots out the door like at us. I go, oh, fuck. So I jump out after him. I grab Albert by the harness. He's not attacking or anything. He's just trying to get out and he's excited. And I'm grabbing, the guy turns around and looks at me. I'm in a bathrobe. I got the blanket he just gave me in one hand and a bulldog in the other. And I'm like, and he just looks at me like I'm an idiot and just keeps walking, turns the corner. And I'm like, and that second the door shuts and I go, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I've got a riled up bulldog. I'm naked except for this half open woman's bathrobe. And I'm locked out of the room now. And Emily's taking a shower. And end of the day, I've been on the road for 8 hours. I'm exhausted. Let me just fucking unwind a little bit in the shower. And so Albert and I spent about 12 minutes just sitting on the ground, hiding my genitals with the blanket while I waited for her to get out of the shower and hear the knocks. And then she upstairs, she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And at this point, is she now naked because she's got no bathrobe?
Yeah, she's in a towel, wondering where her bathrobe is, yeah.
Jesus
so that's
Christ.
That's my first story. I locked myself out of the bed, out of the room with the dog with no clothes on and no way to get back in. And then I go to bed. I'm not feeling well. I'll get to that. Get up next day, go get on the road, go get breakfast. We're about 3 hours into the trip, and Emily goes, the turkey! The turkey's still in the fridge, to my knowledge.
No!
At the DoubleTree in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh my God!
3 hours. It was 3 hours into a 5 hour drive. We were not turning around and going back, turning that 5 hour drive into like an 11 hour drive. It's just not going to do it. And so I hope that the cleaning staff or the employees of the DoubleTree had one hell of a turkey.
Oh my God.
17
because they had a
turkey.
17-pound monster just sitting in the fridge, chilling out, perfectly smoked, smelled amazing, just waiting for him. And then the entire week I was in Branson, everybody just was like, man, turkey, this is a good day, but turkey would have made it so much better. And I never hit the end of it.
I can't believe you forgot the turkey. How do you forget the turkey?
Well, I was a little distracted. The day before we left. All right, let me explain it like this. I've been experiencing for the past month, it's not something I talked about you or anybody with, but for the past month or so, I've been experiencing an difficult to define an amorphous anxiety that has been difficult for me to get a hold of, to get under control. So it's just been something I've been working on and just kind of trying to fight through. But one of the ways my anxiety tends to manifest on the rare occasions that I have it is that it gives me phantom mouth pain, because like my biggest fear is my teeth. And so I get a particular kind of like phantom mouth pain, like a buzzing feeling in my mouth that in one area that I know it's not real, but it is, but I can still feel it. It is real. Mm-hmm. It's been so bad that I've gone to the dentist twice before and had full checkups and they're like, it's nothing there. And then it goes away after that. After they tell me there's nothing there, it goes away, right? So the day before the trip, I start to kind of feel that a little bit. And I'm like, well, I'm about to have a long trip. It's stressful. I've been having this anxiety. I don't know I'm not doing a good job of handling it. And I think it has to be that. I'm just in my head. I got to get out of my head. And so I try to ignore it. It gets worse. The pain starts to move around a little bit. It's radiating in my ear and in my jaw, to my upper and my lower teeth on the left side. It starts to shoot down my neck and like I can feel it in my chest. And then it comes and goes and comes and goes. It doesn't ever keep me from sleeping. But so I start the trip and I'm like, well, this sucks that I have to deal with this on the trip. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse to the point where, and then there'll be days where I think it's getting better and it's going away and then it's back with a vengeance. And on Thanksgiving Day, it got so bad that we were at the hillbilly theme park in Branson, Silver Dollar City, which is fucking delightful, by the way. And we have to take Gavin to Branson. Oh my God. We have got to take Gavin to Branson. I went to a Magic Dinner Theater. I what and howled and it's so loud. Oh my God. I was like, what? It was fucking great. And I had the time of my life. Anyway, you're gonna love. You've never seen America. None of us have seen America. It is Branson, Missouri. But anyway, about halfway through the day, it was just hurting so bad that I just took all the grandparents home because they were tired anyway. And then I got in bed and I started looking up emergency dentists, and I found a dentist like an hour and 15 minutes away in Springfield that had an appointment at like 8 a.m. on Friday morning. And I booked it, and Emily and I drove at like 7 in the morning from our house in Branson with the whole family all the way to Springfield to go. And I got x-rays taken. I was convinced I was going to need to get a root canal on this bottom tooth, and they looked it all over, and there's fucking nothing wrong with my teeth. And they tell me that I probably have been clenching my jaw or grinding my teeth in my sleep due to stress, and that I have now developed TMJ issues.
Oh,
and
no.
So that the pain I'm feeling is real, and it's really intense and really bad because I've now been clenching the entire left side of my body. And so they send me to the grocery store to get like an over-the-counter mouth guard, which I use, and that helps. And then this morning, first thing, I went to my dentist and got fitted for a permanent mouth guard. Now TMJ is a thing that I have that I'm have to deal with, and my mouth has hurt for 12 straight days, and it hurts right now, and I don't know when it's going to stop.
That's awful. Why did everyone go with you? Who went with you to the dentist?
Oh, just Emily. Emily and I went to the dentist.
Okay. I thought like the whole family went. That was very
No.
confusing
She
to
just
me.
I'm sorry. She just drove me in case I got numbed up.
Okay.
Like, if I had to get
that
like
makes sense.
nitrous or something.
I thought the way that was explained, I thought that Emily and the rest of the family drove an hour and a half with you to be told that you don't need surgery. I was like, there's no way that's what happened. That sucks. So like, what's like the long-term, like what's next? Like, what do you do?
Well, I'm using the over-the-counter thing until the new one the permanent one comes in, which by the way, they're expensive. It was $400 to get a mouth guard.
Oh my God.
Freaking hell.
I don't get that till like December 23rd. And so I'll just continue using this one. They prescribed me some muscle relaxers for my jaw, for my, I can't remember the name of the masseter muscle, I guess. And I am going to see a sports chiropractor and therapist on Wednesday to see about what they can do to help relieve the pressure and work out some of the stress.
Does TMJ go away after a period of non-clenching, or is that like a
I assume so. It came out of nowhere, and I recognize that it's got to just be the anxiety I'm feeling, and I don't have anywhere to put it, and so it's finding its own path.
I had a thing. It was probably like a few months into the pandemic, but my jaw hurt for like 2 or 3 months. But maybe it was that. Maybe I was just clenching.
I bet you were just clenching. I bet you were. Yeah. And so it just sucks because it's just like my left, it just feels like it's like a withering pain, And it's definitely better than it was. It's like a tenth of how bad it was, but it just fucking wears you down after a while.
I have somebody who, I have a friend who recently went through this, and I'd never heard of this before. To help with it, they got Botox in their jaw. So you might be on a Botox. Why?
Emily wants me to do that. Yeah, she's already suggested it. I wanted to see the dentist first, but yeah, sure. I might get Botox in my jaw as well this week.
Botox is a crazy medicine. I feel like you can also get Botox for migraines and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It can help with like a lot of that stuff. Do you think while they're like shooting you up like in the masseter or whatever, you think they'll like just take care of like a couple other things too, and you'll be like a new man? Or
dude, I don't. Here's the thing about me. I want wrinkles. I think they're cool. I like my favorite actor. My favorite looking dude is Lance Hendrickson. I think that guy's face is awesome. I want wrinkles like him. I'm not hiding from wrinkles. I want them, and I want them early. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes. I will get the Botox purely to save myself from the pain, but man, I don't want a clean forehead. I want a forehead that looks like I had a shitty life.
Do you also want to do the knife trick on your fingers on top of someone else's hand?
Botox might be the most legitimate medicine that has the worst branding in my head. Because whenever I hear about Botox, I just think of Christmas with the Kranks. It's the only time I think of Christmas with the Kranks as like a branded, this Tim Allen with a shitty face that's stuck. I don't even remember. It's like he's at a dinner and he gets Botox and he can't move his mouth. But this is To me, this is the face of Botox. So to hear that it's like a legitimate medicine.
Send the same picture. They just redrew his eyebrows. Like, what? This sucks. This sucks shit.
Something happens to him where he has to like get these procedures done and it's a disaster. But yeah, the face of Botox to me.
Why is he wearing like a Miami Vice jacket with a shirt?
He looks like the sidekick guy from Eastbound and Down there.
He does.
That's exactly what he looks like.
Fiexton's guy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man, I don't even remember what that movie was about, but it was not good.
So, Christmas with the Kranks, I remember what it was about. They were going to go to, they instead of having a shitty, snowy Christmas like in Long Island or wherever, he and his wife, which was Jamie Lee Curtis, they were going to go to the beach and have like an awesome beach vacation. And they were like rude to everybody kind of around who was like, oh, you're going to miss out on Christmas. And then they ended up not being able to go and they were stuck at home. And then everybody tried to like drag them into the Christmas spirit and they didn't want any part in it.
I see.
So, do you look like a boxer when you're sleeping now?
Yeah, it's a little guard. It kind of sucks, and it doesn't work for shit, and it falls out of my mouth 3 times a night, and I got to put it back in. And it wakes me up. But, I'll have the real one in a couple weeks, and then hopefully
Do you think like before you go to bed when you have the real one, you'll say ring the bell, and then you'll put the mouth guard in, and then you'll you'll act like somebody knocked you out, and you'll go to sleep?
I hope so, because that's a much tougher way to go to bed than laying in bed and hearing my wife go, don't forget to put your little mouth thing in. And it's like, the fucking most emasculating thing I can hear. Yes, mommy.
Remember the iconic Mike Tyson walkout of it's just like chains rattling, essentially?
Yeah,
you brush your teeth and then that music starts playing as you walk into bed.
Oh, man.
You're the first person who hears the alarm first and then goes to sleep. Really switching it up. Maybe just recreate boxing movies in bed.
We should just get you boxing themed stuff, like a giant pillow that looks like a punching bag.
Oh, this is such a good idea.
Yeah.
And sleep gloves.
You know what fucking sucks? You know what really fucking sucks? That the last like 8 years of my life has been like one catastrophe in front of another catastrophe constantly. And then when I finally get past it all, my brain goes, hey, hold on now. That's that. No, we can't just let things be good. How about if we wrench your face in half? How about if we just twist it? And that'll be fun for a while. Why can't things just be cool?
I feel like all of your catastrophes as well, instead of dying down, there's just like filler root canals in between. It's like in Tony Hawk when you want to do a manual between the tricks. They're all your root canals.
Those are my root canals?
Yeah. Just keeping the combo going.
Jeff, we got to get you personalized towels so that way when it's bedtime, you got to throw in the towel.
Why don't we all take a different piece and make Jeff a boxing sleep kit?
Oh, that's really sweet of you guys. I appreciate it.
Now you don't have to wear Emily's robe anymore because you'll have a new robe that says like Ram Scoop or whatever on the back.
Yeah.
This is really exciting.
You know, Jeff, you could get Kool-Aid mouth guards, really just like embrace the flavor, have a good time.
Now that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
That's the most white trash thing is going to sleep tasting Kool-Aid.
And then maybe some nights we could just have the corner of a ring as a nightstand, and I'll just sit in it and like coach you to sleep a little bit.
Oh, this is a good idea. Oh, this is such, man, I love Jeff. Your mouth guard has just opened up like a whole possibility for us.
If this helps me eliminate mouth pain, I am 100% on board. I'll put the chair in the spot right now, Gavin. Like, I'm so desperate not to feel pain in my mouth. I'm ready. Whatever it takes, coach.
So that's 2 of us with sleep injuries. So you're clenching too much, and Andrew's ankles are going in his sleep.
Yeah, I'm glad I've avoided that for quite a while, which is nice. But nightmare.
No sleep injuries in the last year or so?
No, it'd be like where my ankle would be sore, and then I'd dream that I'd roll it, and I'd hyper extend it. Oh,
body makes it real.
Yeah, awful.
Have you noticed that the days are getting shorter, but you're daily activities, your to-do list are not? Well, you can power through those busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess, easy peasy meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor has some easy and yummy options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you like routine or you enjoy mixing things up, they've got you covered with 35 delicious meals each and every week and over 60 additional convenience options that you can add to your box, like keto cookies or pressed juices or smoothies, etc., etc. I was currently checking out this week's Factor selection to figure out what I'm going to be ordering, and I think I'm going to go with the grilled chicken and browned butter Yukon mash. I like a meal that makes me feel like a frontiersman, you know what I mean? Yukon mash. That could be a name, or it could be a delicious mashed potato. I'm also pretty partial to 4-cheese tortellini and Italian sausage pizzaiola, which is how you say that. Sun-dried tomato chicken. So please join us in thanking Factor for sponsoring today's episode. Don't let shorter days slow you down. Stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Head to factormeals.com/50regulation and use code 50regulation to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's right. Head to factormeals.com/50regulation and use code 50regulation to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code 50regulation at factormeals.com/50regulation to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping while your subscription is active. 50, get it? So, did everybody do their sign homework?
Sure did.
I did some sign homework. I couldn't quite remember what I was supposed to be doing.
The homework was just make a sign.
I made a sign, yeah.
How many signs did everybody make?
I made 3 signs.
3.
Nice.
Oh, really? I only have 1, but I feel really good about it.
I made 9, but they're probably, but I probably only have 3 good ones.
Shit.
Wow. Holy cow.
I made 3, and I don't think any of them are that good.
I feel good about mine, but it's definitely already a thing that people have thought of because it's a very easy thing to like Google and look up. But I want it implemented. I think that while you're on the freeway, these should be just every so often. There shouldn't be like a rhyme or reason to like where they should be. But this is just a reminder. I think we need more go signs. This is just a sign to let people know, why are you slowing down? Stop looking at this thing. Go. Just go.
Wait, that's not a stationary sign. That's one that someone holds, surely.
No. They would just be stationary on the side of the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just go. I mean, you could put them on regular streets and everything too, but then you think people might be going too fast because they're so used to seeing them on freeways. Just go.
You know what's funny, Eric? We had very similar thoughts for one. That ties into one of my signs. Slightly different spirit. You wanted things to progress in a helpful way with the go sign. I just wanted to confuse people. So mine is a stop sign that is just a stop sign, but it says go with green letters on it.
I thought about that too, but I went, that's too confusing.
Really just throwing a wrench into their driving plan. They don't know what to do.
I don't know if you did it intentionally, but the green on red and so small, absolute eyesore. Like it's hard to look at.
It's ugly, and also the text is small, so you have to like try to squint to like, is that a stop? No, it says go.
Yeah.
What?
So at a distance, it's stop, and then as you creep close, it's like, son of a bitch.
This is good. I think on the freeway, every so often, again, no rhyme or reason. Like it shouldn't be like every 100 yards or whatever. It's just throw in some of my go signs, but also throw in some of Andrew's go signs.
Oh, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah. You don't. Well, you kind of know. Go.
That's true. Geoff, do you want to share one of your signs, or Gavin?
Oh yeah, I didn't make pictures of mine. I feel bad. My first sign that I have is for individuals who may not know exactly what they need the sign for today, but they know they're gonna need a sign in the near future. So you get the not for underline sign, and then you can write in whatever it's not for in the future.
So like a future-proofed sign.
Yeah, not for eating, not for diaper changing, or like whatever it is. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Multi-use.
Similar to one of my signs. Just it's in progress.
Notice sign of. Oh, I like that.
It will be something, but currently it's just a warning. Because my favorite sign my favorite real sign in America is this stupid thing. It's a sign about a sign coming up.
Yeah, there's a sign. Stop ahead. Absolutely.
I couldn't believe that's a real thing.
You don't want people to be warned that there's a stop ahead?
There's a sign ahead though for the stop.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe Andrew's go sign can be used instead of this, where now people know to keep going, but just heads up, there's a stop sign coming up. And that's how they can be warned. So keep going until you see the next one of these and it says stop.
Maybe it'd be more helpful if you saw it in this format. Sign posted sign to let you know that there's a sign posted ahead somewhere.
Oh, that would be helpful.
Oh.
But it's all words instead of pictures. So you won't be looking for a stop sign because it could be a different kind of sign. Sign posted.
So if I missed the sign posted and I ended up in a car accident, I swear to God, I better be having a Warhead mouth guard in. Because I don't want to I want to be locked in.
Andrew is finding some real stuff for you, man. This is great.
I've got another sign, just a warning sign. Poster, you idiot. Poster, you fool. Is it a dong? I may have been dong.
It says type and it just says it's type and it's processing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Lightning has not struck here yet.
Oh.
It's possible.
That is dangerous.
And my final sign would be just maybe slightly lower down on the side of the road, upside down. You can't park there, mate. If you roll your car right in front of that, useful instruction.
That's
a very
good
useful
sign.
Very specific, but I like it. One of my signs, very, it's an important thing to notice when you do notice it, but if you don't notice it, that's okay, because it is a I saw the sign. Just for anyone who happens to see it, they can say that they in fact did see the sign. And my last sign.
Why is it on like a wooden board?
I just used a template. I just was like, it works.
It's very Sea of Thieves.
It is very Sea of Thieves. My final sign, which is, I think maybe the truest expression of signs generally speaking, is a sign that just says, nobody cares. This sign doesn't matter. No one's going to follow this. Doesn't matter. They're not really going to stop. They're going to stop for half a second go. There won't be a full stop.
I think these are some great signs, guys.
You want to rattle off the rest of yours, Geoff?
Well, yeah. When you're dealing with a lot of signs, sometimes you want to know if you're in a sign zone. That way you'll know to look out for more signs. But then at some point, sometimes you leave your sign zone. Maybe you don't want to be in a sign zone anymore. You want to be in a sign-free zone. So you're going to want to...
That might have to be on the coming up sign, though, because otherwise the sign would be in the sign zone. In the sign-free zone.
It's actually a good point. And then it's not always meta. Sometimes you want to convey a message. Like, and I feel this way a lot when I see I see kids in a yard or like outside of a business having too much fun. You want to have a sign that says, "Hey, do not enjoy. This is not what you're here for." If that doesn't do it, fuck. Fuck. I lost my signs. If that doesn't do it, what if you had a sign posted at front that said, "Not for fun"? That way, if somebody's like trying to manipulate, they maybe this swing, I should swing on it. That's fun. No, this is not a for fun swing, not for fun. And then also, this is a pretty niche one. I don't think it'll come up a lot, but when you're in it, you want to know. Like, say you walk in a door and suddenly you're in Andrew's mind palace. You're going to want to know you're in a mind palace. So I think a mind palace sign.
Oh, I like the mind palace.
No, that's pretty much it. Most of my other signs were identical to ones you guys made.
I like these signs, Geoff. This is a great idea to go deep on the signs.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's good. We're retreading some Bill Engvall territory, but not in the same way. The signs are hot, man. Next, we're gonna do some Geoff Foxworthy stuff next. It's gonna be really good.
Bill Engvall was a sign guy?
What?
Here's your sign. That's his bit.
That's his whole,
it's new to me too.
Thing. Yeah, he just
what, for real?
Well, maybe he should have been playing in Branson, and then I'd know about it.
Hey, honestly,
I'm sure
I was gonna say it's kind of a surprise that he wasn't in Branson.
Yeah.
Did you know that in Branson, you just drive down the road? It's like I drive in Orlando. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. International Drive in Orlando, right? There's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. There's a Wonderworks. There's all these like just tourist traps that are like chains, right? But in Branson, every third or fourth one, and there's a million of these things in Branson. There's just so much shit to do. There's a Titanic museum I went to where you go through, and it's actually kind of cool. You go in, and it's like a half a Titanic that they've built, and then they give you a card, and they go, this is your name. You're a first, second, or third class citizen, passenger on the Titanic, and you're a real person. And then you go through the whole museum, and at the end, you find out if you lived or died. I died. But I was fucking dead as dicks. But anyway, like every third or fourth building is a family theater, and it's like the Dunbars every night, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And it's like a family that sings and performs, and they have their own fucking theater. So if Yakov Smirnov has his own theater with a big picture of him from 40 years ago and a sign that says, you'll laugh your mask off, to give you an idea of how current the content is there. But if Bill Engvall wanted to, he'd have a shrine there based on some of these buildings. It's like, oh, the Duddards have a 3-story building. The Presleys have a big, people you've never fucking heard of own entire theaters there. It's crazy.
What a weird architecture system.
Do they have Branson pickle?
I didn't see any, and I looked.
It's a shame.
That is a shame.
What was Nick's sign?
Oh yeah, there's Nick. Do you
Nick,
have a
did
sign?
you do your homework?
I came up with an answer to the homework during Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So I have now this is a different version of the sign that I found, but mine would say, don't speak to the chef. And that's because,
oh,
Is that a knife in his face?
no,
that's a pan.
That's a pan.
Oh, the head's behind the. Oh, sorry.
Are you? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see where you went. Okay, got it.
Because sometimes you're in the middle of trying to figure out, how long this roux has left, and somebody's like, so how's the job been going? Like, all right, everybody chill out. I gotta finish mixing this shit. And then the other one is this is a very important message, I feel, for most people. That's do not back into spaces. You don't need to back into that space.
Why not?
Some people love to back into a space
Because it causes everyone else to have to wait for them. And they do this slow little turn.
What are you talking about? You have to wait for them to back out otherwise.
Yeah, later.
What does it matter to anyone else? They don't know whether you're coming or going.
When you poke a hole in Nick's logic, he just agrees with you, but in a tone that goes,
Yeah, later. I'd rather wait on the back end.
But but if you're just arriving and someone's backing into a space or backing out to a space, you don't care whether they're coming or going. You care, get out of the way.
I can't. Yeah, that's fair. But most of the time you end up following them in. They stop and then they start to back in right in front of you, which takes longer.
Right. So if someone backs out of a space as you're coming in, you just keep going.
Well, no, but that space is cleared and you're going to get that space. There are times where the person who's backing in will go past the space and you may think, oh, this is going to be my space. And then they start reversing into it.
Or also, I'll just not give them the room to back out.
That is a move.
I think that the backing in, I just watched this movie called City of Industry, this Harvey Keitel movie, and Steven Dorff is in it, and he's like the wheelman in the movie, and he backs into every spot that he parks in to a point where I was watching it going like, what the, stop doing this. And then you realize like, oh, that's like his thing. He backs in so he can make like a quick getaway. So did you consider that? Do you consider these people need to make quick getaways because they might be in the middle of something?
It hadn't occurred to me, but they better cut me in.
Oh, that's a good point.
Wait, hang on. Why would they? Why?
Because they're taking up my time. Time is money.
You watch them back into a spot so they have to cut you in to like the diamond heist?
I mean, I didn't watch them back in. I waited for them to back in. But,
He
cut.
He greases his palms a little bit for the inconvenience.
A little bit.
The guy takes off really fast and throws Nick one diamond.
Oh, shh. I'll take it.
How do you feel about people parallel parking in front of you?
That's a good question. I hadn't thought about it until just now.
I think the parallel park is okay because you have to.
Right.
Yeah. Also, it's a respectable move because if you can do it, a lot of people complain about not being able to. So
could you not do it?
I feel like no, I can do it.
Oh,
you don't think Nick can parallel park?
Yeah.
Should we have a parallel park off? So you does it
Hell
better?
yeah.
Sure.
I think it's the guy that doesn't drive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where do you think you rank in the parallel park off, Gavin?
I don't think I'll be the best, but I don't think I'll be the worst. And I think potentially I could do it quicker and better than someone who drives.
And who do you think that is?
How about double or nothing on the boots, Gavin?
On the oh no!
Why?
If I have to do boots, I'm gonna wait a year like you did.
Wait, double or nothing on the boots? That would mean you have to wear 2 pairs of boots?
I'll put a second pair on my hands.
Twice as long. Twice as long.
Walk around the mall dog style in red boots?
Looking like fucking Pluto. Going for a walk.
What the hell?
Yeah, I immediately wasn't thinking double or nothing. I was thinking like Meg style, double or double.
That is the way that she does it. Double or double. You're disadvantaged somehow either way. Oh man. Can I tell you guys something about my Thanksgiving that I've kept a secret until now, and I've been debating on if I should bring it up.
Oh my God!
It'll be a whole story. I flew back to San Diego for one day. I flew in and then flew out the next day for Thanksgiving. We did it at my grandparents' house. My grandpa's like 90. I'm like, you know what? I should go. I should definitely do this. Got on the plane. It was on time. The airport was not that crowded. It was totally fine. As soon as we sat down, the captain came out of the cockpit and said, "Hey, thanks for boarding. That was really great. So we're going to get you guys all off the plane because we're on a ground delay because of fog into San Diego." And I went, great. So everyone had to get off the plane. That's fine. Got off the plane, went over to Haymaker at the bar, talked to a nice hippie guy for an hour. Had a beer and some poutine, and then got back on the plane. Flew back in. Then we took off, flew to San Diego, circled the desert about 8 times before we could go into San Diego, and then finally got into San Diego, and they said, haha, not so fast. And then we we taxied on the ground probably like 5 times, just kept driving in circles in the plane. So that was like, oh man, that was weird. That just took like a long time. So it kind of like threw off like the rest of the day. But it was fine. I got a ride, went to Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house, and I started like not feeling good. I just kind of had like a stomach ache. And then I started feeling like overheated and woozy. And I'm like, man, what happened? Like, why do I not feel good? So I ate dinner and it was fine. And then I went to the bathroom real quick and I felt really sick. And I threw up and I didn't tell anyone. I was just like, oh, I don't want anyone to worry. And I just feel like off. And after I threw up, I'm like, man, but I guarantee it was nothing that we ate because no one else is sick. I think it was the poutine that I had. And I'm like, oh, do I have food poisoning? About 45 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I'm going to shit my pants right now. My parents live down the street from my grandparents. So I'm like, hey, let me borrow a house key real quick. I have to go get a pill that I have to take with dinner. That's a lie, but it's fine. Power walked over to my parents' house as fast as I could without jostling anything. Geoff, I'm sure you can attest to this. When I say that it was a photo finish, I had never felt more sick and then more relieved from 1 second to the next. Whatever was in me was out of me. I felt totally fine. And then then went back to my grandparents' house and was like, great, the rest of the day. I don't know what happened. Everything happened within 6 hours. It was like all of this fucking travel shit, feeling bad, exploding, feeling like I'm going to die, and then feeling instant relief was all in a 6-hour period. It was the weirdest Thanksgiving I've ever had in my life. Period.
That's the best feeling of relief, though, is when the shit like fixes the shit feeling and the vomit feeling at the same time.
Yep.
That's wild that it was so intense and so quick.
It was crazy. I've had food poisoning before, but this was like I mean, I don't know, so sudden and then so out of nowhere and then so over. And boy, it was close to being a really different rest of my day.
Oh, God.
A really different. That was, boy, it was weird. Yeah, because I was totally fine after that. I went and hung out with like Mega 64 for like the rest of the day over there. And it was like, I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel anything. I went back to my grandparents' house. I like had a drink. Everything was fine.
Did you tell anyone about your photo finish?
No, you are the first people that I brought this up to. So because I was like, I'm like, God, did I tell? You didn't even tell my wife. I didn't tell anybody. I'm like, oh, she doesn't want to hear about this shit. I didn't tell anyone. And then you guys were, I mean, Geoff had a really bad Thanksgiving story. And I'm like, all right, mine isn't great.
How could you not tell that?
Well, Eric, your secret's safe with us, buddy. I won't tell anybody.
Thanks, man. All right, that's good. That's good. Everyone out there listening to this, don't tell anyone.
Not a word from me. Shit rats in the chat.
Dude, it was, I don't think, I've never shit my pants, and I'm knocking on wood. But like, boy, that's probably the closest I've ever been. That was, whoa.
Sometimes when I'm watching a film, if it's a film I've seen a bunch of times, I'm like watching an iconic scene, and I just think, I wonder what I was doing at that exact moment, like when that was being filmed. And all I was thinking is, what was I doing when you were power walking to take a big old, I assume, liquid shit? I bet I was just chilling on my Switch.
Let me think about what time it was. It was probably, so I was on the West Coast, so I was on Pacific time. So me and Andrew, clocking like the same. He's probably eating that good ass barbecue. It was the evening. I bet it was 5:45 p.m. So 7:45 your time.
Oh, I was probably playing Mario Party.
Oh, we were both having a party. We were both having a blowout jamboree.
Poutine is an insane pick for a flight, in my opinion.
Well, what was in it?
I wanted something that was just something salty with a beer. Yeah, I just wanted something with a beer. I hadn't eaten all day. And it was like, well, if I'm going to be delayed an hour. And then the guy that I sat and talked to was really cool. It was a guy named Peter who was like rad and like flying to Oakland. He was just a cool guy. And then,
was he any chance a pumpkin eater?
No, he did though have a wife, and my understanding is that he did not have any trouble feeding her. So everything seemed to be working out for Peter.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. And then it's weird because I felt sick suddenly, and then I don't know. I ate so much at Thanksgiving too. Oh boy, I ate so much I went insane mode on Thanksgiving. And
you got so lucky that you didn't have to shit while you were circling the runway.
That's
because you wouldn't have been able to get up.
I think that's a very crucial part of the story, because they told us while we were flying over the desert, they're like, use the bathroom right now, because when we are on the ground taxiing, you cannot get out of your seat. And then looking back, I only missed it by 2 hours or whatever. To like,
that's nuts.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really something. So I don't recommend the poutine at Haymaker at the airport. I do recommend it at Haymaker, normal Haymaker, but maybe not the one at the airport.
I can't believe you got food poisoning from poutine, because the base poutine is just gravy and cheese curds with fries.
Yeah, I have a feeling that something just wasn't cleaned, or there was like,
I see. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a feeling it was just that. Like, there's nothing else that I ate that would have caused me to feel sick, because I ate the same stuff at the family thing. And then I don't know, man. It was.
What time were you eating the poutine? Would you say? What time was this flight?
I would say probably like my time. It was probably like 1, like Austin time, 1:30, something like that.
I had poutine the same day at probably 4 p.m.
Whoa.
So I was curious if we were synced. Mine was not poisonous.
You guys are poutine brothers.
Yeah, man. Poutine's a thing where I think it's weird that we don't have it here. It is
strange.
It seems like does it not seem like an American food? Like, take the name out of it. It's gravy with French fries and cheese. Like, it seems like a thing that you would get in the U.S.
But you take into consideration you got it in the U.S. and it made you sick.
Oh. Right, but that's anything. I've had the poutine at Haymaker before, just not the Haymaker at the airport.
Eric, I should have given you a heads up. I apologize. That is in response to the 25% tariff thing. We're poisoning the poutine. We are retaliating right now.
Yeah. No, that's smart, actually. Yeah, I get why Trudeau flew down. I understand that.
Yeah, the poutine's good now. It's all clear.
Yeah,
I should have let you know.
Good. I just did it on the wrong day.
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't.
that's right.
I didn't know if I was going to tell that story or not, and I figured if I was going to tell it anywhere, it might as well be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could be their new slogan. Poutine. It's a poo thing.
I don't think it should be their slogan, but I'm with you. It could be. They could put it on a sign.
What if in a couple of weeks we all just get lunch there and have the poutine and see what happens?
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Like a Russian roulette?
At the airport or the regular one?
Airport.
Oh, that's
So we have to book flights.
Well, maybe on our flight to Branson, we'll eat there.
Easy as that. I love it.
I got a new sign.
Oh, what's your new sign?
I put it together right now. Little niche, little specific, but just in case, it would have been helpful. Forgot the turkey.
And I assume that would be in the car park on the way out of a DoubleTree?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good place to have it.
Maybe the highway out of town.
It would be next to the do not back into spaces sign.
And an episode or two ago, I presented a new game to y'all called Worst Products in the World.
Yes.
I have another submission for you I'd like to give you guys.
Okay.
That I found somewhere in Oklahoma at a Walmart, I think. I think this is one of the worst things to ever exist, and I'm happy to share it with you now. It is Cheetos Flamin' Hot Bath Dust.
What?
Citrus
What is
scented.
this?
Have you ever wanted to take a bath with Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy
Why?
it.
Oh, you got to buy these.
Why?
All right, I'll go back and buy it if I see it again.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna look it up. Cheetos bath dust.
Yeah, Cheetos.
It's a bad
bath
product on
dust.
several levels because one, you don't want to smell like Cheetos, but also it's citrus scented, which has nothing to do with flaming hot Cheetos. It's not even
And it's flaming
representative.
hot, which is a weird thing to describe a bathtub.
So apparently, there's other
Oh,
ones.
Yeah, there you go.
why?
Bath dust.
Why did they do that?
To sell $1?
I don't understand what it. So you don't eat it.
No.
The icy one I'm fine with. That's fine. That's whatever.
Why?
But the
Why was
fruit
everyone mad
pebbles.
about Tide Pods?
But it's blue raspberry, Andrew.
Like what?
I don't recognize them then.
Why? So wait, everyone was mad about Tide Pods, but not this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is just food.
Yeah. Fruity Pebbles soap. I mean, fucking come on.
To be fair, nobody's eating this as a trend, to my knowledge. I think these would equally be hated if people started eating their Cheetos Flamin' Hot Bath Dust.
This is crazy.
I
oh my
swear
God.
to God.
Oh my God.
I'm not even looking for this shit. Emily was buying Christmas garland and it happened to be near where we were getting the garland. It's just unbelievable.
I think this affected my ads because I got an ad for this, but it doesn't sound as bad as the
no.
Cheeto dust.
Oh yeah.
The bucket of chicken scented
Bucket
candle.
of chicken candle.
Ew, Eric just posted a photo of the what it
found
looks like.
I found
looks
a
like a
video
film.
of this guy dumping it in. Oh my God. It makes your bathtub look like you're about to cook mac and cheese. it looks
Like, surely you would stand up and it would dye your body on the way out.
wow, this is nuts.
All right,
I can't believe these are real.
We'll
Good
have
pick.
We'll have to buy some and all take baths in it and then rate it.
Ooh.
Maybe we have to interact with these in some way.
Do you think bath dust is like the weapon grade crystal meth version of bath salts? Like it's a escalation of drugs? I can see some people going zombie mode after eating some bath dust Cheetos.
Like, instead of eating a face, they eat the whole head.
I think it's a de-escalation of bath salts. I think it's like a lighter
Interesting.
version. Yeah. I think it's like a lighter version. It doesn't get you so zombie insane, but just
Yeah.
like medium zombie
It's
insane.
like the CBD of bath salts.
Yeah. This is the part. This is the part of bath salts that's actually good for you.
I also saw this packet of batteries when I was looking at stuff, and I was struck by the brand name, Best Choice. And that got me thinking, do you think we could sell, ironically, products if we put Worst Choice as the brand name?
yeah, absolutely.
Like we were like the shittiest batteries, worst batteries.
Well, we could do that once we have enough products in our store. We could have like a weekly worst choice, like a worst product
Weekly
of the week.
worst product. I love it. Worst of the week. Worst of the week. That's great.
And it would be
pretty
our
good.
worst selling thing.
It's our wow item, our worst of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, worst of the week. Yeah. And it's just a discount on shit we can't sell properly.
You sent the best choice thing, and I'm like, don't they make mayonnaise? And they do. Best Choice makes
They make
mayonnaise
batteries
and
Mayonnaise and batteries.
I'm sure they make everything because they're the best choice.
Oh man, I mixed up my Best Choice stuff. I had a bunch of batteries on my sandwich.
Just for fun, here's a picture of Emily and I on the Titanic.
Oh,
And they have the jewel. Oh my god. Oh, that's really. Did Emily live or did she die?
She died. Yeah, everybody. My mom lived. My mom
Great.
lived, and I think that's it. I think everybody else died. No, Emily lived. Emily and her fucking kids lived. That's right. Yeah, she and my mom
What?
lived. Everybody else died.
What?
Yeah, it's not. Or did she die? I don't know. Who can remember? I'm dead. What's it matter?
exactly.
Anyway, I love this. We now have we have wow items that we just need more than 2 products in the store.
Speaking of wow, we sold the Gurpler.
Oh wow. Yeah, we did.
That's right. That happened between recordings.
We sold 4,000 in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving us a 1,000 GPM rate.
Yes, that is. We are currently at 1,000 GPM.
I was trying to. I realized I was asking Geoff some dopey questions. I was like, "So what does the graph look like? Was it like a bell curve, or was it like continually going up?" And I realized we're trying to get data from what I assume is 4 dots over 4 minutes. Like, I don't know how you can get any useful. I don't know if it updates fast enough to get any usable data from that.
I sent them what I had. Yeah. Well, unbelievable response. Can't state enough how gratified we are that they sold and they sold so quickly. Cannot tell you how relieved I am that the store stayed up and that they that day started shipping product out. And most people, I think, have received their Gurplers at this point. And it seems like mechanically everything worked and like a charm, which
And I think
you
told us that a huge percentage just ordered like one.
Yeah,
No one
almost
was buying,
everybody
like,
just
10.
ordered one. Yeah, there were a bunch of people, not a bunch, but people ordered 2, and there were 1 or 2 people here or there that ordered a few more, but almost every order was a single order. Yeah, people were very respectful. People were very cool. All of you comment leavers out there and regulation listeners were awesome and very respectful for each other and made sure that as many people as possible could get them. Clearly, we were hoping to sell them all. Yes, we were blown away by how quickly they were sold out. Yes, we probably should have expected it more than we did. And to that end, we have ordered 5,000 more Gurplers. They will be here early February. We will put them on sale. We will see how long it takes to go through those. And if you've already bought one in the first 4,000, then you don't need one of these. These are the same damn Gurpler, same color, same everything. So hopefully everybody who didn't get one this time will be able to get one in the next drop in early February. And then between these 2 orders, maybe we'll figure out what the actual demand is so that the next Gurpler drop, we can meet it 100% or close.
I like it.
Thanks to these sales, we can afford to buy more Gurps up front.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And so, but hopefully by the end of February, we'll have it fucking figured out and we'll know, hey, we're going to, here's the new, electric blue Gurpler coming out in summer. We'll order, 8,300 and we'll know that's the exact number we need or whatever.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Electric blue Gurpler.
Electric blue? Is that a WoW product?
That just came to my mind. Actually, I want to do
You
it.
think it's going to be the electric blue Gurpler is going to be the worst of the week?
It's just like, and it has it should have like a lightning strike on it.
All right. Okay. And now I'm into it.
What if we did a series of Gurps where it starts as purple Gurps, and then as they make more, they just change the color of the extrusion over time, and then eventually we'll have just like a 5,000 Gurp gradient of purple to green.
Oh, it's like this giant ombre that's across the entire stock. I love that idea.
And then if you get one that's more green, it's like, oh, this was at the end of the Gurp line.
I like this idea a lot, but I want to send you to a factory somewhere and explain your premise to them. I want you to talk to the people that have to execute.
Well, I assume
it.
they have to pour in a bunch of plastic pellets or something and melt it down.
Right. That is what you assume. Yes.
Yeah, you go into their factory and say, where do you store the plastic pellets that I assume you have?
And then just slowly add more green in.
Yeah.
And then you
purple.
stand over the giant vat. Is that what you're imagining is there? How are they doing this? And they're just pouring it in as they're making it?
I would love to go and oversee the Gurpler manufacturing process with like a hard hat and a keyboard.
I think you should.
Official.
That's good. And then you can be on an elevated, you can be above the warehouse, sort of like looking down, and you should say, we should do this. And then there's a guy looking up at you that says, who is we? And then it all makes sense. I don't think you were probably part of those conversations, but when we did the Gurpler, the green into like the purple, that was so difficult and like so many conversations to be like, no, it has to be like this color into this color. And they had to like figure out a new method to do what we wanted to do. It was crazy. It was so crazy.
How do you say we is you in Chinese?
That's good. We should, guys, if anyone out there speaks Mandarin, please let us know. Thank you.
Maybe for the blue shot, because we were experimenting with these before everything collapsed at the previous company and never came out. But we were experimenting in Gurpler tech, and we were on the edge of a glow-in-the-dark Gurpler. Maybe that's what's the blue shot. Like it's a blue Gurpler. It
Gurp
looks
in the
blue,
dark.
and then at night it glows.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Glow, Gurple.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the
I was
idea of
thinking about
taking
that
some
the other
water to bed and
Radioactive.
you got like a lamp next to your head.
Radioactive. Oh my God. It's like when you look at your grandma's old like kitchenware from the 1920s in a black light and it's fucking bright lime green because it's full of lead or whatever.
I have a question for Nick before this episode closes.
Oh, I have a question for Nick too. I'll go after you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Mine is, so we did the regulation trail mix where we all submitted a thing.
Oh, yeah.
I went out on an expedition to put it together for this show because I wasn't sure if that was homework or not for us to do. Went to 5 different places, including a bulk store that just sells the scoop. Like you just go and you scoop whatever you want. There's not a single one of your chips anywhere that I could find. In town. If I wanted an alternative, because I would have to have one, what would you pick?
Oh.
Other than the rye chip, I believe was what it was.
What about the bagel chip? Is that a
bagel
good?
chip's good.
Yeah, is that like a good
You want the bagel
alternative?
chip? Okay.
It's not the best alternative, but it'll do because it's still got that nice crunch to it. And
Okay.
it's pretty big, you know?
Got it. A bagel chip. Okay.
Yeah, bagel chip.
What is that brand called? Do they not have Gordettos? Can you just get those and take them out of that? Ah, damn.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Did we ever get Gracie's alternate pick after she
Yes.
picked Nick's thing? Or was
They were
it-
the pretzel twist things.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to get those. Which is funny because when you made that picnic, I was like, oh, I'm aware of those, but I never like see them around. And then I was looking at, or maybe you guys were talking about how much people love those. I thought, interesting.
Oh,
It's just not a thing I see.
So did you make the rest of the mix?
I do. Yeah. I have everything bagged up right now outside of Nick's. So I just wanted to get
Whoa.
Nick's alternative to get this mix fully going.
Because they specifically make, the rye chips only from the Gardettos. So that's interesting that you can't find
Oh,
it.
special request.
Oh, it's a garlic one. Put some garlic on this Gardetto. Use your plastic pellets and add some garlic to the Gardetto.
That sounds less like a special request and more like a special demand.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What accent are you doing?
I'm the fanciest man in the land, and I want some garlic on my Gardetto, goddammit.
That's Andrew's like top hat mode.
That is my top hat, yes, sir, it is indeed.
Oh, Lord.
Is that his Johnny? That's what Johnny Caviar sounds like?
No.
Wow, that is.
No.
Oh, wow. We're coming up on the 100th anniversary of Gardettos in 2032.
Oh, the
How should we
100th
celebrate?
anniversary, you say?
Okay, this sucks. Gavin, what was your question for Nick?
Oh, I was thinking about Thanksgiving, and I was like thinking about all you guys because we were writing some nice stuff to each other in the Slack.
We did. We wrote nice stuff to each other.
And yeah, I was thinking, nice little crew. And then I realized I still don't know enough about Nick. Nick, do you have any siblings?
I have one brother. He's younger than me.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
Do you like him?
Yeah, I love him. Saw him for Thanksgiving.
What's he do for a living?
He's a lawyer.
Oh, shit.
Where does he live?
Dallas.
Is he taller or shorter than you?
Taller, unfortunately.
Younger and taller?
Yep.
Yet
sucks.
you like him. Interesting.
Yeah, he's cool.
Did you ever get hand-me-ups?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, now? Yeah, actually, probably. He's like, here's this shirt. I'm a lawyer. I can afford it.
I'm a lawyer. You think he says that? You think
Don't
he
they
says,
all?
I'm a lawyer, I can afford it?
Dude, that's a direct quote from Thanksgiving. He said, I'm a lawyer, I can afford it.
He's handing Nick a box of clothes.
Yeah, at the end, he said, you keep the leftovers. You need it. Like,
Well, you were already boxing him up anyway. You weren't waiting for permission.
boxing him up. I had already put him in the car.
Oh, man. Gavin, do you know about Nick's dog with people eyes? Have we talked about that?
Yes,
Sounds familiar.
we
Okay.
have.
Okay. I'm just curious. I was just thinking of like more stuff that I know about Nick. and
Some
he's got
fun
that
facts
dog
about
that
Nick, yeah,
that- I know that Nick's dog was a human that made a wish to become a dog. And
Have we photoshopped the eyes onto a human?
I think we did something like that. We definitely
Can we maybe put them
experimented
on a
with that.
picture of Nick?
oh, that's really good. Nick, can you post a picture of your dog with human eyes
Yeah,
and then a
let me get it,
picture,
let me
and
get
then people can post a picture of you with the dog with human eyes? This is really good.
Oh, God, that's horrific. But yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, let me get the picture. Hold on.
Jeff, you've got Photoshop.
Why are you dragging me into this?
Well, I don't Photoshop.
I want the audience to do it. I want the
No,
audience.
he's
to
not
have fun with
dragging
it.
you in,
Okay.
Jeff. He's saying we should do this.
Oh, we is me. Got it.
Oh, no.
He's up above you. You're on the warehouse floor.
Yeah.
And
He's
get
cracking
to
a
it.
pen, taking notes.
Change the pellets in the Photoshop gun and just get to go.
No. Throw them counterclockwise. Put them in counterclockwise to get the effect. Actually, that's more than what Gavin would say. Gavin would say, color ain't right. That'd be Gavin's effect.
Why would I say that if I'm not overseeing it? I'm not walking under them halfway through it.
It's exactly what he would do. He'd just go, no.
That might be how I start it. Like, what's the problem? The color ain't right. How are we gonna fix it? Well, that's exactly what happened with the black Gurpler. The first one came out kind of green. And what did we say?
did. Yeah.
To
We
color
said color
ain't
ain't right.
Yeah, but we're not there in the factory to give instruction on how to
But we
fix it.
didn't just send an email back that said color ain't right.
That might be the subject of the email, though.
Oh man. All right, we got to wrap this one up, guys. We got to go. We have to end this thing.
Ah, but I've missed you a lot.
Yeah, but
Yes, you do.
we're going to get together, and we're going to, at the time of this recording, we're going to film the end of our Advent calendar stuff very soon.
Very
so
soon.
if you want to check out every day a new regulation video, you can go to patreon.com/theregulationpod, and this is free on Patreon. It is free on Patreon. You just go there. On Patreon.
On
Patreon. Just become a member, become a free member, and then watch the videos every day of us opening a different Advent gift from Andrew, which is such a fun idea. It's the worst picture you could have
How are we
posted
going to get
of
the
your dog.
eyes from that?
Like, I mean, just
the fuck?
I'll
Like,
take
it's
another
just-
picture.
Oh,
I'll take another
like-
picture. That's the only
like-
one I have. It's the only one I have.
Think.
Then just don't post it.
You know what?
That's like Gracie's hand in the bath. That gives
is.
us nothing.
It's
why did
worse.
you-
Well, don't
He
take it
deleted
down now.
it.
The
He
audience needs to
deleted
see
it.
it. You posted a picture of a brown dog on brown carpet.
I will say, though, if I had to fall down a flight of stairs, I'm picking that one. That looks deluxe. That's
It's a
incredible.
very plush place. It's pretty good.
Dude, and you would fall down the flight of stairs because you trip over that dog laying there because you can't see him because he's the same color as the carpet.
I'm like I tripped over a pair of floating eyes.
Here you go, Nick. Don't worry. I got you.
You do? How?
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Put those on Nick.
photoshopped a Padres hat. Photoshopped a Padres hat on Nick's dog that has human eyes.
It didn't even register to me as a photoshopped Padres hat. I just was like, Nick's dog likes the Padres.
I agree. Nick's dog likes the Padres.
We should put that on a sign.
That's that's the new stop sign.
I'll save it for next time. I had a moment of like, it was the perfect, I just am willing to go with the flow on too extreme of a level.
Oh, I love these.
I should probably save it. It's not a long story, but you want me to do we have time?
Just do it. Just do it.
I was on TikTok, I was scrolling, and I'm someone who, when I see something about, like, if someone's like, hey, I'm this or whatever, it's just like, okay, you're whatever. I don't care. That's fine.
What?
And it was it was a news story about someone who is 18-year-old who is has been like established as a reincarnated llama, is what it said. And it was about the Dalai Lama. But I interpreted it as a literal llama. So it loaded in. I was like, what? You can just be an animal in a past life, and they've determined this is a wild story. So I'm watching it, waiting for it to expand, and they interview this 18-year-old kid, and he's like, yeah, it's a pretty unorthodox life. I got a lot to learn that's more than just going to college. And my brain went, yeah, you're a fucking llama in your past. Like, you don't even know how to do any people's stuff. This is a whole thing for you. And then they immediately went, yeah, the Dalai Lama. And I went, oh, fuck. Oh, no. This is just, he's a past person who was a llama. Oh.
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah, he's a Minnesota guy.
Here, hang on. I want you to look at this picture of this kid that definitely played like defensive end.
Yes, 100%.
That kid was a starter for his high school football team, no doubt.
And now he's the Dalai Lama.
And now he is. There you go. Pretty cool. This headline is Minnesota teenager Buddhist Lama reflects on teaching peace, Timberwolves loss.
Oh, well, you gotta find peace in the losses.
He's on the path to inner enlightenment and also trying to get Julius Randle to be a two-way player.
Oh, Christ. That's so awesome. That's cool. All right. Now we should wrap this up. Go check out the advent calendar content. Listen to the podcast. Check out the gaming videos. Go catch up on all the heists from Nick November, where there's still more, and we recorded one, and I don't know if we can release it. It will destroy our channel.
It's like the movie we've made since the company started.
Yeah, it is. It's the longest video we've ever made, Geoff, and it will destroy our watch time on our channel.
How long is it?
3
hours, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There was one attempt where we died. We had to restart, and nobody said a word for maybe 35 seconds.
What was Eric was feeling it, and it was very, didn't want to make him go deeper into the hole.
Yeah.
I had to keep deafening and muting because it's not even like I was screaming. It's just that I needed a minute of like
he would
quiet.
deafen in the loading screen, and then he would pop back in.
I ran out of patience an hour and 50 minutes in, and we had so much more to go.
I'm excited to scrub through the file. I have so much fun when I make your thumbnails. I just download the video and then just scrub through it looking for an interesting death and going, oh, I wonder what that's about.
Oh, there are plenty of those.
Yeah, I mean, you could check it out for when a helicopter lands on me. That might be in like the first 40 minutes.
I did see that on Slack.
Yeah. Forgotten quickly because so much more happens. It's terrible.
We've also, before we leave, and I think it's for the Falcons, is it? Was extra medium? The Andrew's mum Q&A, phenomenal.
Falcons.
Maybe
Yes.
the Falcons.
Oh my God. Just
one of the best things we've ever put out.
Your mother is wonderful, Andrew.
Yes, she is.
I was so proud of
I
her.
want to meet her so badly.
I know.
She nailed it. She did such a good job.
Seems like the kindest, sweetest person.
Seems that way. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's great. I love her. She's amazing.
All right. Well, stop listening to us now. We should go away.
We should. I hear Eric frantically typing.
I'm emailing back because Natalie got back to me before I could email her because we were right from our meeting into this. So it's an email that I already owed her. So I'm just doing that. But at the same time, I need to call our lawyer in like the next 2 minutes. So I'm also
let's wrap this up.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds great. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah. We'll be back with another episode so soon. Did you like this one? Hopefully you did, and you'll tell someone about it. And you can give the gift of regulation this holiday season at patreon.com/theregulationpod/gift. You can gift anyone like a Twitch sub. You can gift anyone the gift of a Patreon subscription for a month so they can check out all the backlog of stuff that we've been doing, all the drafts. Oh boy, all of the Gears of War videos, the Q&A, and so much more. But thank you so much for the support, and thank you for listening. We'll update you when we have more Gurplers, and we'll talk with you soon.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going to get a sign that says end the podcast. That's what my sign should be. Yeah, it's a really good sign. Yep.